I'm Paula.
I'm Renata.
I am Priscilla.
We've come all the way from Brazil
To unravel the mystery of the Australian wines.
Let us take you on a tour and discover what's behind these famous labels. This is wonderful!
For me, it's awfully nice.
Today we're at Golding Winery in the beautiful Adelaide Hills, a region that was heartbreakingly devastated by bushfires in the 2019 and 2020 summer. On our first visit, just after the fires, they explained that about 90% of their vines had been affected to some degree, with vines being visually classified as either healthy, slightly damaged, severely damaged, or dead. They told us they would only know the full extent of the damage several months later, as some vines that appeared okay could be internally damaged, and some that looked quite bad could actually be okay. Immediately they cut all the fruit from the vines so they could concentrate on healing themselves, since the grapes would contain smoke taint anyway. So now, months later, we return to Golding to see how they're faring and to show you what's behind the Golding label.
So it was originally set up in 1995 by Greg Golding. Since then, his daughter-in-law and son are looking after the business. So they originally made a wine in 2002, just a Sauvignon Blanc and a Pinot Noir. And since then, we've established our selections of wines, the Market Series wines. We've got our single vineyards, which are showcased in front of you, and then our Portrait Series, which celebrate family members on both sides of the family. So it's a family-run business. It's a total of 80 acres. We were severely damaged by the fires at the end of last year, so we're just still recovering from that. There was no vintage this season, but we're moving on with our new experiences here at the Goldings Cellar Door and Ginkgo restaurant.
Yeah, actually we heard about that we won a prize of Cellar Door Awards 2020.
Yes, that's right. So we were just
Yeah.
celebrating that, and then the bushfires come through the week afterwards. So that's just a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, so I came here like in the beginning of the year, and I was talking because it was just the fires happened in Adelaide Hills, and then we talked with Mark last time, and he said about like 90% was affected.
To 90 to 95%.
How's the recovering going?
And how does recovery happening now? So what they did, or what are they doing now?
So the vines are, as you can see, all improved. They've been pruned and some were damaged, so they've been cut back for new cordons to run on. So it's ongoing maintenance for vineyards at any time of the year. So there won't be as much fruit coming off in some of the vines because of the damage to them. But in some areas they'll be fine now for this next vintage coming through for this season. So lovely.
And how was the 2019 vintage? Was because the fires happened, so it was very little?
Well, the vintage was as normal for 19, but 2020 there was no vintage.
So guys, we are at Golding Wines and we're going to taste the Chardonnay today. The exchange, so 2015
and 2019. So this one that is younger, you can find nutty characters, spicy, peach. It's very attractive as a fresh wine, but can be very well developed by the time, as Priscilla would want.
Yes, 2015 is actually a good year for Adelaide Hills, and you can get like more volume, more texture in 2015, and you get more the cloves, the spicy, you still have that stony fruit. So beautiful wine, and
yeah, you have a nice label as well. So here at the label you have some yellow colors that is very vibrant, very happy, and the letters show something that reminds Market, because it's the Market series. So like a newspaper. I really enjoy like this because like Chardonnay always comes in Burgundy bottle. Chardonnay from Burgundy.
Yeah.
So why you guys think this wine is so attractive?
So I really think the Chardonnay for $22 in Australia, it's very hard to find like that same quality. So this is actually very complexity. We can get a lot of the aromas still for the primary fruit, but still get like more texture and the complexity from the oak. So, and yeah, so which one do you choose?
I choose the 15 because it's yummy.
Yeah. Cheers.